This is Tom and Paula Graves from Light of Christ Radio with a chapter from our series called The Greatest Story.
You're welcome to watch this video simply for the story, or you can use it as the basis of a small group study.
Instructions for the small group study can be found in the Show More section below this video.
Today we continue our series, The Greatest Story, with the chapter entitled Fulfilled. Today's story is from Isaiah 9, and we will see how Jesus fulfilled the prophecy of being the light.
God had made his creation good, but when sin entered the world, this perfect creation was corrupted. Even back then, God promised to send someone who would strike the head of the enemy.
God chose to work through the nation that was born to Abraham. They were to be the light of God to show the other nations the way back. But they consistently failed at this.
Our story of prophecy comes just over 700 years before Jesus was born. By this time, God's people had split into two nations.
The northern nation of Israel had been taken into captivity by the Assyrians. This left the smaller country of Judah, to which Isaiah prophesied. It was a dark time, and the people were not following God and were paying the consequences of their actions.
The tribes of Zebulun and Naphtali had been taken into captivity first. In the midst of their hopelessness, God sends Isaiah with a message of hope.
And this brings us to a story from the Word of God. But there will be an end to the gloom to those people who suffered. In the past, the people thought the land of Zebulun and Naphtali were not important.
But later, that land will be honored, the land along the sea, the land east of the Jordan River, and Galilee, where people from other nations live. Those people lived in darkness, but they will see a great light. They lived in a place as dark as death, but a great light will shine on them.
God, you will make the nation grow, and you will make the people happy. They will rejoice in your presence as they do at harvest time. It will be like the joy when people take their share of things that they have won in war.
That will happen because you will lift the heavy yoke off their shoulders and take away their heavy burden. You will take away the rod that the enemy used to punish your people, as you did when you defeated Midian.
Every boot that marched in battle and every uniform stained with blood will be destroyed and thrown into the fire. This will happen when the special child is born. God will give us a son who will be responsible for leading the people.
His name will be Wonderful Counselor, Powerful God, Father who lives forever, Prince of Peace. His power will continue to grow, and there will be peace without end. This will establish him as the king sitting on David's throne and ruling his kingdom.
He will rule with goodness and justice forever and ever. The strong love that the Lord All-Powerful has for his people will make this happen. And this is a story from the Word of God.
If you're using this video for small group application, after you've watched this video, try retelling the story from what you have heard.
Then read the text. Discussion questions are below in the Show More section.
We hope this will help you on your journey of life.
Be blessed.